So, you've been freelancing now, you're having success, you're working on client projects, you're solving problems, you're making money, and everything's going great until the pressure sets in and you realize you have more work than you can handle, no systems and process, and you are now chained to your freelance business. I'm going to share 5 signs that you are hitting growing pains in your freelance business and it's time to make a change. Number 1, you're doing everything in your business. You are the admin, the accountant, the salesperson, the project manager, the designer, the developer, the QA person. You're doing everything in your client projects and you're starting to feel that stress and that pressure. And all it's doing is it's spreading you thin and it's actually making your quality of work go down drastically, and your clients are going to recognize that. Number 2, your income is unpredictable. You might have a month where you slam the sales and you are 5-10x more than your normal month, but then you go on a spell where you're hitting low months, month over month over month. This is the typical feast and famine life cycle that freelancers tend to hit. And breaking through this life cycle of you becoming a more seasoned freelancer is really key to whether or not this is going to be a good route for you. Number 3, projects keep breaking down and you are the bottleneck. You're working with your clients, you're making promises, you're managing timelines, you're doing the work, you're reviewing the work, and you start to miss some key components that makes your project high quality, like thorough QA, setting client expectations properly, making sure that everything on a billing standpoint and admin standpoint is taken care of, and then also making sure that you're delivering on your promises consistently. When projects start breaking down, it's typically a sign that you've taken on too much work and you are becoming the reason that your work is starting to just break down over time. Number 4, you never seem to be able to get a break. You can't step away from your business. You're constantly on email, you're constantly on Slack, you are constantly at your laptop working on projects, and that's a big problem. It leads to burnout, it leads to your personal satisfaction and your personal life starting to decline, and all that does for you is add the pressure, add the stress, and it'll start to make you think, should I be doing this right now? Is there another path? And that's where you don't want to be, especially if you're relying on freelance income. Number 5, you've hit your revenue ceiling. You had your biggest month and you just can't beat it. You're stuck, and it's because you're taking on projects that you can handle and you're starting to feel like, okay, well, if project A comes in, if project B comes in, this will all be great, but how am I going to deliver this? And hitting your big month would actually put so much pressure on you, it might not even be worth it in the long run. And that is exactly what I went through. So when I first started, I was freelancing, I was taking on projects, taking on more than I could chew, burning myself out, overworking, all because I didn't have systems and processes in place to prevent these pain points from happening. If I could hop in a time machine and go back to 2017 when I first started out on my own, I would have made sure that I had a system in place that set me up to not do everything. Where income, yes, it's gonna be unpredictable in the short run, but there's ways that you can ensure that leads come in, sales happen. You can set up forecasts and kind of know what you're looking like in a few months so that that down month doesn't hurt as bad. I would plan projects, templatize things more, and stop shooting from the hip when it comes to working on different projects at once and just doing that shotgun approach to just go, go, go. I would take the time and step away. Those late nights working on projects, breaking my focus while I'm with my family to respond to an email, all that can actually wait. And I found that out later as my business started to grow. You can wait till tomorrow to send that email. The project, if it's off schedule, communicate early to your clients and let them know why, and then realign expectations. All these things are things that you don't think of when you're a freelancer and you're working for yourself, but instilling these little things for me really helped. And then as far as the revenue ceiling goes, if you're hitting a revenue ceiling, you might want to start thinking about hiring some people. I like to talk about my first hire being an admin. An admin actually is the first hire that I recommend because it takes off invoicing, payroll, and all the other things that's going to come your way when you start to grow your business and staff up. So looking back, these 5 signs are actually blessings in disguise, because if you're hitting these signs, that means you're doing something right. You're promoting yourself, you're getting work. Now it's time to pump the brakes a little and plan out your next 3 to 6 months so that you can build systems that grow and scale with your freelance business and doesn't topple them and causes you to be the bottleneck in your business's growth and success. If you have any other comments, drop them below, or feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I always love talking to freelancers and agency owners that are feeling that pain. That, I'll be honest, the pain's always there as you grow, but it just gets easier to manage when you have systems and team in place to kind of bear that load with you. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I did a video on how to get started as a freelance web developer. If you are more on the getting started side, or you're just starting to feel these pain points, you should go check that video out. I think it'll help you put some of the systems in place that's in the roadmap that I'm sharing. Take care.